Hello, everyone, and welcome to our next group, Channeling with Source, oneness, you and me, and all that is, because we are all unique aspects of one of Source. And I'm joined by Patreon members. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. So without further ado, I'm going to go now into trance and bring forth Source. D1s. Do you feel that rhythm? That you hear in nature? If you quiet your mind, do you hear it? When you quiet your mind, do you hear the rhythm in your heart? The rhythm that connects you and all of life? The pulse, your human heartbeat, your electromagnetic pulse, the rhythms within you that intrinsically connects you and all life here and beyond, that connects you to the very heart of Mother Gaia. For you are an extension of the planet, for you are an extension of all of life. You are life expressing itself uniquely. The very essence of creation runs through your veins. You are the physical manifestation of the one, of the rhythm, of divine creation, an extension of the planet, working together to work towards a common goal, a common intention, that you all came here with the shared mission before incarnating here as an extension of the planet here in physical reality. The shared mission to expand your own, what you perceive to be your individual consciousness, your unique thread of the cosmos, but also to expand this planet through your very existence, through her. To give many eyes, to speak many words. With your actions, with your intent, you expand the consciousness of all that is. You are here in a master class, dear ones. You may experience your reality in a perception of limitation, but that is just an illusion. For who you are is far greater. But this knowing, this realization, this remembering of who you truly are can only be realized if you raise your perception of self. It's about you lining up your perceptions to that of the planet, to that of the cosmos, to that of Source. There is no separation. We are you. There is not a grand being that oversees all. Just expressions of high dimensions of you. It is the one essence. It is the one source. There are different states of self-realization, different states of awareness through the different dimensional experiences that is upon you in this physical reality. It is these many dimensions that allows for the universe to expand itself, that allows you to expand itself. through certain patterns of creation, through certain evolutionary pathways, and each dimensional experience is unique. Being incarnated here, having the human experience, sets a unique pathway in expansion. Through certain dimensional frequencies, it allows you to experience the densities of duality, the polarities of fear and love. It catalyzes you, but also brings you much joy. It is the dance of creation between both polarities that propels you into realization of who you truly are and who you are not. Although many of you have attached yourself to a limited story of who you are and of your reality, the very fact that you are here, listening to this, watching this, the very fact that you are living and breathing in this time continuum means that you are highly advanced, yet you do not see it, yet you do not believe it. Because you look around in your physical reality and you judge your life circumstances and you see limitation, but understand here that everything in your reality is exactly how it's supposed to be. You look at your own path. Perhaps you are judging your finances. Perhaps you are judging your status in society. Whatever it is, whatever measures of success that you have attached yourself to are all limitations. It is not a true measure of who you truly are and how powerful you are and the gifts you have to share here. There are no accidents, dear one. You judge your own actions and you judge yourself in that perhaps you might have taken a wrong turn, that it's perhaps your fault in you've done the incorrect manifestation techniques to allow you to be where you are, that you've manifested unpreferred conditions. But we'd like to shift this perspective here, that you cannot manifest unpreferred conditions. Everything is coming to you exactly how it's supposed to be. You manifest the technologies and the higher states of consciousness to allow you to see those higher perspectives. Certain portals through time exist that allows you to transcend to high dimensions of your reality where things do become more flowing, we would say. But it's about you shifting your perception of your own actions, that you have done nothing wrong. We invite you to let go of these judgments that you've placed on yourself and placed on your journey, because it is these judgments that hold you back the most from expressing more of your limitless power. Let go of that shame. Let go of the fear. Every condition that is in your current reality serves a purpose. It is your perception that you've attached yourself to that tells you if it's a success or a failure. These are limiting narratives of duality, limiting narratives that have attached to the collective consciousness. So let it go, dear ones. It does not serve you. But you have a choice to explore this reality through limitation. That is your choice. Let go of the judgment that you've placed on yourself and others who do choose limitation. You do not know why they came here. Everyone incarnates here for a collective mission, also with individual missions as unique tapestries, unique threads of the one. And because you do not know why people chose to incarnate here, allow them to have their experience. If there is something that you feel propelled to assist in, then do so with compassion. Do so with love, not control. Allow yourself to be exactly who they are in each now moment, knowing that every expression in the now moment is perfection. And because you are perfection, nothing needs to change. Nothing needs to become better, more successful. Everything is perfection in each now moment, all serving a purpose for your highest good. Perhaps you do not see the reasons why it's manifesting in your current now, but know there are no accidents and it does serve a purpose. Go within. Let go of the fear associated with the manifested conditions and go deeper. Are you practicing unconditional acceptance? Are you coming from a point of neutrality? If you want to remember more of who you are in oneness, if you want to align yourself to God realization, it's about aligning your perceptions to that of the one. And that is neutrality. But you can propel your evolution through the human technologies. And when we say neutrality, it is unconditional acceptance. That is the human technology of neutrality. Understand that your perceptions and your emotions are technologies to expand your consciousness, to allow you to travel throughout the multidimensional reality of your existence. Thoughts are energy. Emotions are energy. When you can be a master of these, you can be a master of your creation, a master of how you explore in this reality. But you cannot become a master without being aware of your thoughts, being aware of your emotions. But understand that this is a transitional period. For some, you have times of awareness and times of what you call as amnesia, and that is okay. You are here to embrace the full experience of physical reality. That's what you signed up for. And when we say signed up for, you came here with passion. You knew by coming here, you would play a significant part in the expansion of all that is. You knew by coming here, you had all the technologies available to you to explore why you came here. And that is why any adversity that you go through, you also came with the technologies, the tools to assist you move through this and to expand through these experiences. But to get to that frequency where you activate all those technologies, but it's about raising your perception of self. So how do you see yourself? It's about oneness in action. Raising your perception of self, but also seeing yourself in another. Raising your perception of all others, because all others are you, are unique expressions of the one. For you to get to that frequency where you can be in God realization, where you remember that you are source, where you remember that you are the universe, accessing more of your limitless abilities. It's about you aligning to those perceptions of the one, of the universe. And we know this is challenging for you to take this perception of unconditional acceptance. But this is a frequency of unconditional love. It is a frequency of the divine. Unconditional love means there are no conditions attached to it. Something does not have to be deserved to be loved, to be experienced or presented a certain way to offer love, to be in love. For love is innate. Because that is all that is. That is the divine essence. Love and just the void of love. Perception of the void, which is experienced in duality environments such as the human experience in this time. But it is this polarity that propels you into remembering who you are as God. But you are not here to live your life so seriously, for many of you do. It is a game of creation that you chose willingly to come here. Those of you who are experiencing life in the most adverse ways, know that this is a sign of your mastery, that you came willing to explore this, knowing that this experience will expand you so greatly, expanding the whole collective consciousness and that of the planet, because one thing cannot shift without the other. The planet, the earth, cannot expand without expanding you. You cannot expand without the planet expanding, because you are connected to each other. You are extensions of each other. Just like your beating heart, the rhythms, the electromagnetic field, and the electromagnetic systems in your own being connects directly to the planet. For the planet is living and breathing just like you. So is the cosmos. It is a living organism just like you. Everything is a microcosm of the macrocosm. And everything works symbiotically together to expand, to allow the one to experience itself through many different dimensions. To understand there can never be any separation. This is an untruth. So take a moment to quiet the mind, to really listen to the pulse, to the rhythm that connects you and all of life. Some of you hear it. Some of you hear the unified field of consciousness, as you have called it. Some of you have heard those frequencies, those tuning frequencies in your ears. Some of you felt the waves of energy move through your being as a rhythm. Some of you see the energy. Many of you have a variety of senses that allows you to access, to perceive this universal field, to tap into the rhythm of all of creation. And on the microcosm level, it is your very heartbeat. So tune in to the music, to the divine symphony within. Can you hear it? Can you hear that rhythm in nature? Allow yourself to connect to this heartbeat of creation, of the planet, of the universe. Because you are a unique note in the symphony of creation. And you are here to play your unique tune. But some of you are resistant to playing your unique song. For different reasons, different conditionings, different fears. Fearful of how others will perceive you, how society will perceive you, how you see yourself. Are you willing to let go of the limited narratives that you have attached your identity to? You are much more than what you see in the mirror. You are limitless. You are pure love. You are here to be a beacon of that love, beacon of light. And you do that just by you raising your perception of self and then extending that to others and all the conditions in your reality. And this is a technology that activates your divine blueprint. It allows you to remember more of your limitless abilities and higher states of consciousness. And it is here where you remember who you are as the planet, who you are as God, as source, as the universe, and all that is, for it is all there within you. So how do you perceive your reality? Are you judging your reality? Are you judging yourself, your being? Unconditional acceptance, unconditional love is where the compass lies. Opening your heart and allowing your heart to lead the way as you explore this reality. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to explore the unknown. And reminding yourself just how powerful you are, just how limitless you are. And it is your uniqueness that allows you to tap more into your power. So get to know you completely. See the gifts in all of the manifested conditions in your reality. Can you see the gifts there? Can you see the opportunities it brings you? Perhaps you do not see it in this now moment, but it will come if you allow yourself to detach yourself from certain outcomes. Allow yourself to be curious about the presented conditions. And allow yourself to be open. You see, the more you attach yourself to certain conditions, to things that you prefer, this attachment then clouds your intuition. If you want access to clear intuition, to clear guidance, it's about you letting go to your attachments that you've placed on how you perceive yourself and how you perceive your reality. And how you perceive certain conditions to be presented. Everything manifests the way it's supposed to be. Of course, you can manifest higher states of consciousness to allow you to explore dimensions of your reality with more ease, access with higher technologies, yes. But there were certain things that you wanted to explore here in this physical reality. So allow yourself to do that, for you came here for a reason. Manifest in love, but also let go of attachments. Allow the universe, allow your higher you to bring you what you wanted to explore here. And that is when you will remember and experience true freedom, true love, true joy, because you're in alignment with all that you wanted to explore here in this reality. Being in one, in connection with one, with your higher you and all that is. You have a choice here in how you create in your reality. You can create in fear or in love. It is up to you. That is the power of duality. Yet it can be limiting, but it can also be here to assist you to explore the different dimensions of you, to allow yourself to feel what it is to be limited, and then only to experience who you truly are in love. The choice is yours, but we do know that you prefer to explore in this reality in love, in joy. It is your perceptions and your actions that allows you to explore in these high states of consciousness, where the experience of love and joy is more easily experienced, we would say. Exploring dimensions where there is less denser energy, let's just say. Where you have more flow and ease in exploring the different dimensions in the universe within. It is all there. You to travel the universe and all that is, all you need to do is go within. For all the universe, access to all points throughout all that is all accessed within. All the portals in your outer reality are the same portals within your inner reality, within your very being. Everything is the microcosm of the macrocosm. The patterns of creation are the very expression of you, within you, expressing its life, expressing itself through you. So if you want to know the mysteries of the universe, look within, for it is all there. And it is with such love that we come through to remind you of the love that you are and the limitless power that is there within you. Are there any questions today, dear ones?
I want to ask about this tone that I hear in my ear. It's like quite a high-pitched tone. I don't know why I started to hear it recently. It's been on for a couple of weeks, I guess.
Your senses have become heightened. You are tapping into the universal field. You are tapping into the subtle energies that are all around you. When you raise your vibration, when you start to express yourself in higher dimensions in the now reality, you become more sensitive to these higher energies, let's just say, to the rhythm of all creation. So we invite you that when you hear these tones, to go within with it, to sit in silence with it, to get acquainted with it. Allow this tone to move through you. Does it speak to you? Does it come with a certain energy, a certain vibration? Open all your senses to it and really feel it, really get to know it. And the more you practice exploring these frequencies, the more you become more sensitized to it. It's the frequencies of creation, and you all have access to it. So this is just a sign that your vibration is heightened and that you're becoming more sensitive to the energies of all that is. Because the universal field of consciousness, it's a set of codes and a set of rhythms and patterns that help create all that is expressed throughout all that is, for there is no empty space. You yourself and all beings are unique notes, unique vibrations. That is the true essence of your reality. Different vibrations coming together in a co-creation. So all is energy and all is vibration, and you are tapping into that very energy of creation. So sit with it. Do you feel peace when you listen to it? You may wish to journal upon it, draw on it when you sit in your silence, in your meditation. Invite it to be experienced by you. It is always there. It's always available to each and every one of you, if you are listening. And how very special that you're aware of these frequencies of creation. The energies within you is shifting. For understand that energy is not stagnant. Everything is moving. And as frequencies shift within you, you can also hear these changes, these subtle changes of energy that you emit, that you yourself are expressed within. So understand all these changing energies is all part of the creation story of who you are in your essence. And also tapping into the creation energies of all that is. So listen and reflect on how this feels for you? Any emotions that become elicited? Even any communications that become elicited? Any stimulus? Any thoughts? And the more you become acquainted with this and really feel the different sensations that it comes with, the more you will hear more, feel more. You're becoming reacquainted with the divine. Are there any other questions, dear ones?
I'm always impressed with the introduction, and you did touch some of the things I was going to ask, but so I've been experiencing more loss, like more people dying recently. You know, seems like every week almost, or somebody close or that I'm connected to lately, and also we experienced the tail end of the Hurricane Fiona in my area. So there was a lot of, even in our area, not so bad as other places like the Caribbean, but we did get a lot of damage on the Northern Atlantic as well. And so my question was more like, because there's like this, you know, impermanence in the physical reality and the experience of being in the physical form, can you help us with perspectives on how to be more, you know, how to work with the changes, or like, especially in when we have to say goodbye to a physical form, or big changes in our physical area or properties, or loss of property. Yeah, like perspectives on the ability to see it from a higher perspective.
When things exit in this physical realm, there is a reason, there is a purpose, there is no accidents here. When those transition out of the physical plane in this physical now reality, there is a reason. They are leaving this physical plane accordance to their plan, what they chose. So understand that even people that transition, it was their time. They chose to exit at this time for a reason. And with this information, it may bring you comfort for those loved ones that do transition, that they chose this for a reason at this time. They've completed what they wanted to explore here in this physical reality, that their presence here does not cease, for it continues to exist throughout the multiverse in other dimensions. As you know, that when beings transition from this physical plane, you can still connect with them from a non-physical plane, and they always exist through connection with the heart. As we said, your heart is the portal. It is the rhythm that connects you and all of life. As such, you can connect to those that have transitioned when you connect into your heart dimensions. For their energy is there. Yes, it might be shifted because now that the limited stories that they have placed upon themselves and their expressions have fallen away to reveal more of their true essence. So we would say their personality may be shifted, because if a personality is, we would say, is very attached to limiting stories, then those limitations do fall away, revealing more of their true power and true love. So for those close to you, they may feel different on the other side, so to speak, but their true essence, their uniqueness is still there. So connect into your heart and make your intention to connect with them through, have a feeling sense of their unique energy, and they will be there. As with property and conditions, materialistic conditions present in your physical reality, in your now reality, understand when things move on, so to speak, from your physical reality, it is because it carries a certain energy that is no longer needed in your now moment. You are evolving physically, energetically, in terms of every state of consciousness. For there is no separation. You cannot expand your consciousness. You cannot evolve your consciousness, so to speak, without also shifting what's manifested in your physical reality. For your consciousness, as you evolve your consciousness, when we say evolve your consciousness in terms of you, we would say, because you are already evolved, it's about you just aligning yourself to higher states of consciousness in your now expression, in your now moment, manifesting higher versions of you in this now moment. So certain things in your physical reality, sometimes they cannot be an energetic match to your now frequency. And this is why certain things in your physical reality shifts. So there can be an alignment to your frequency and an alignment to your outer reality, because there is no separation. You cannot be at a very high frequency, yet things in your outer reality is at a low frequency. For everything is an energetic match to your vibration. So just acknowledge when things shift in your reality, even though you might perceive this as a loss, it is not. In higher truth, when certain properties and certain conditions give way, it's because it's giving away to high expressions of reality, higher vibrational manifestations of an outer reality to support you in your current state of consciousness. So take a moment to be compassionate for those who are in loss. Take a moment to be compassionate with yourself if you experience loss. The emotion of loss is a human experience and it cannot be bypassed. So we ask you to feel those emotions of loss, to feel the disappointment. But as you move through this, practice your unconditional acceptance. And as you move through this and progress through this, with time, you'll be able to see that higher perspective. And this will allow you to truly let go of those conditions, allowing you to fully energetically let go of it to bring in the new. For many, the loss can be quite a burden, the emotional loss. But the more and when we are talking of physical manifestations here, when there are properties and non-life conditions, we would say houses and properties and materialistic conditions in your outer reality, when you lose this, yes, there is a sense of loss, because we would say your dwellings and certain objects in your reality, you've attached part of your energy onto it. And this is why when it leaves your reality, you feel a sense of loss, because you feel like a part of you has gone. It's because of this energy interchange, because it integrated with your own energy field. And this is why you feel that loss. But understand that you are shifting. And when you can be in compassion for this shift and keep that higher perspective that is paving the way for more higher vibrational conditions to be manifested in your reality. But we know this can be difficult in the moment. But as you can allow yourself to process the loss, you allow yourself to move through that loss, the emotions of loss, more easily, to allow you then to appreciate and be grateful for what is to come, and to be grateful for what was and what will be presented in your physical now reality, for there are no accidents. And with all emotions, for you to allow yourself to be in that frequency of receiving more of what you chose to explore when you came here, to receive more felt love and joy, is to let go of that resistance to the new. So when certain things become damaged, properties, certain physical conditions in your reality, thank it. Thank it for it being here because it served a purpose, allowing you to explore in your physical reality in alignment to your vibration. But you are now ready for more, and you let go in love and allow yourself to be open for what's to come. So understand you can never go backwards. Certain things that can happen in your reality allows you to feel like you are a victim. And yes, the victim mentality is felt as a real truth in dimensions of reality. But understand that these are just limiting narratives that distorts the truth of who you really are. And there is nothing wrong about exploring dimensions of victim mentality because it serves a purpose for those who wishes to explore it. We can be in loving compassion for those who choose to explore the reality through that paradigm. Doesn't mean that you have to explore it, that you have to choose to explore your reality through that dimensional state of consciousness. But if you do drop into that dimension, be compassionate with yourself. And the more you can let go of the resistance to feel the emotions, they will whisper to you what you need to know. The messages that it brings you. This is the very basis of shadow work that you have called it. You're not here to bypass the emotions of loss. You are here to sit with it, to feel it, connect with it, and ask it what it wishes to show you, what it wishes to tell you, because it's an aspect of yourself that you have disregarded. For everything in your physical reality is attached to your energy and versions of you. You are multidimensional. And everything in your physical reality is attached to dimensions of you because your energy field is attached to your physical surroundings. There is no separation. Who you are and your physical reality, there is no separation. It is all attached and aligned and flowing together with your energy field if it's in your reality. And this is why it is difficult to let go of attachment to things. And this is why you feel the loss with material things in your reality, because your energy field has touched it, has been embraced by it. But this part of the energy field, your energy that was attached to that, is also shifting because your vibration is shifting. So you can let go of that part of energy of you because you are then allowing you to manifest high states of consciousness within you, just like the cells of your body that get turned over, that shed. So is certain aspects of your energy. Think of your energy systems as also skin cells. They also shed in a way. They let go the density aspects, the limited stories and the emotions that no longer needed, the limiting beliefs get stored in your energetic structures, just like within the cells of your physical expression. Things are stored in cellular memory and also in aspects of your energetic structures. So as you raise your frequency, as you start to explore your life in high dimensions of consciousness, that we would say the parts of you that is no longer needed will shed, will transform. And so with it are those attached aspects of your physical reality, you see? It is all aligned to your energy. And when things are happening on a collective scale, it is because the collective has shifted, because you evolve. We would say you expand individually in your own unique dimensions, but also collectively as a whole, because there are many different, we would say, levels of consciousness in a way, different levels of experience. So practice gratitude and compassion with the physical and also with the life, with your loved ones that do transition, knowing that there is a reason and they left on their choosing not on their human perception, their human choosing, but their higher self choosing. When you incarnate into this physical reality, you choose when you leave this earthly plane. And when you are here in this and expressing your life through this plane, this time, what you perceive to be as time when you leave this earth, can also be changed. So know that and have comfort in knowing that the loved ones, when they transition from the physical plane, they did so because they were completed in this physical expression, but they continue to exist. All serves a purpose, and there are no accidents. For you to let go of the resistance, for you to process the loss and attachments to all things lost. Practice the compassion, practice the acceptance, and be open to receive the new.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions, dear ones?
I have a question about infinity. In an early channeling work called the Law One, there's a statement in the beginning that says, in an infinite creation, there can only be unity. And I can't really wrap my head around that. And related to that is that every time I go deeply within and think about how I'm connected to everything and everything around me is a reflection of me, I must admit that it scares the shit out of me. So I really often try to avoid doing that. Wonder if you could comment on that as well.
To one. In the true state of creation, there is only unity. That is who you are. You're just having an experience of separation, of duality, at this dimensional experience in your human expression. But you exist in all dimensions throughout all that is. And in a perception, in the illusion of duality, you experience yourself in many timelines, having different forms, many lives, many expressions. But in your true form, in the highest state of truth, you are but one. You are the very source energy that creates all that is. The feeling of becoming resistant to your inner explorations. It is a sense of vulnerability that you fear the most. For if you are one, then I am truly connected to all that is, that all others can connect to me and I can connect to them. And they know all of me and I know all of them. The people can see into me and see who I really am. And for many, just like you, this can cause resistance. So, like you, many put walls up, resistance to allowing others in, and for you expressing more of your power, for how others will perceive you, and what that means in your expression, and how you will shift. But we invite you to sit with this. We invite you to be self-compassionate with where you are, that this serves a purpose. It allows you to go deeper. Can you be in loving acceptance with the fear? Can you acknowledge where you are, that this is not a failure, That this does not reflect on how powerful you are, on how successful you are as a spiritual being, but this in fact serves a purpose. Can you be in loving acceptance with where you are? That what scares you the most is your own power and what this means for your physical expression here in this physical reality. You have so much love to share that you limit your expression, because a part of you does not want the world to see who you truly are and those close to you. How you see yourself is a set of beliefs, conditions, and attachments that you have adopted throughout your life here. Some of these attachments and these stories limit you. Some of these stories allow you to play creatively here. And you have been sifting through these beliefs, going deep. But when you can truly open your heart and allow your heart portal to be opened and allow the universe to flow through you truly, it'll give you more courage, so to speak, to allow you to be more vulnerable, knowing that the universe will carry exactly where you're supposed to be. You can have confidence in knowing that even if you do step into the unknown, you'll know that the stream of the universe will take you exactly where you're supposed to be for your highest good. It's about letting go, but also being willing to shift by embracing more of your power. And we know that you feel this power within you, within your heart, and you sense a personality shift. You sense this power, yet you're resistant to it. But understand that you can never completely change, we would say, because your unique essence always remains. It's just when you let go of limiting stories of self and of your reality, the true power within reveals itself, permeates through you, and this might feel like your personality is changing. It might feel like you are completely different, and you might have a real concern or fear that others will perceive you in a different way that might not be preferred. But understand that all others in your reality will always be a vibrational match to you. By you being willing to step into your power, to embrace more of that infinite love within you, and be willing to express that love in action, yes, things will shift. But it will also reveal to you more of who you are and why you are here. You'll be able to access your heightened technologies within you. And others will respond to you according to your frequency. The more you are in love, the more others respond to you in love. Because you are then living in your reality, expressing your reality in a high dimensional state of consciousness. Will all others reflect that love? Because your reality and all things and all beings in that reality will be a match to your frequency, you see. So there is nothing to be scared about in stepping more into your love, in stepping more into your power. By doing that, you shift all those around you in love, by love, allowing themselves to be more of who they truly are. Because when you can embody more of the divine power within you and radiate that love through you, you create energy activations for all those around you. And although they may not be aware of it, even though they may not be aware of what you are doing, you plant seeds within them. And with your love, you water that seed. And then you'll see shifts within them. Less fear and more joy. You have that power, not just on a one-to-one basis with those individuals around you, but also that's how you shift the collective. For there is no separation. So give yourself permission to open your heart wide open and surrender to the will of you. For when you surrender to the will of the universe, you are not surrendering to this mysterious force outside of you. You are just surrendering to your higher you. So do you trust yourself? That is the question. Do you trust your own power? And if there is mistrust here that prevents you from stepping forward in your power, have a look at how you see yourself and raise your perception of self. And once you can be comfortable fully with your power, knowing that you are worthy of power, that you're worthy of love, but not just conceptually thinking this, but really feeling it. And being able to perceive the higher perception of who you are, then you'll find this resistance will melt away. It's the perception of you that shifts it all. That only love awaits if you are willing to be more of who you are. But understand where you are right now is perfection. So it's not as though you are in an unpreferred state and you must go to a better state. That is a limited perspective of who you are. Understand that you are perfect right now. Your expression, your fears and joys and all your perceptions are completely perfect for the now moment, for it all serves a purpose. For if you were to move those conditions, it would not allow you to take the path which you chose, you see? It's not about you going to an end destination. It is the journey where you activate this power. It is the journey through these doubts, through these distortions of self and of others, and remembrances of truth, of love. It is the unique tapestry of your creation, of the path, where you then come to the realization that you are God. You see, you cannot bypass the path, but it's about embracing the path. There is no end destination. But it's you about embracing all aspects of your path because it is unique and it serves a purpose. So know that you are perfect exactly how you are and exactly where you are along your path. But just know more expansion can come when you can take one more step and one more step. It's not about you taking 100 steps, just the step that's in front of you in the here and now. Knowing that all is perfection, because it all serves a purpose for your highest good.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions before we finish here today? Dear ones, if you want to shift the world, if you want to manifest the joy and the happiness and the preferred conditions that allows you to embody more of your divine power, then allow yourself to let go of what no longer is needed within your own energy field. Give thanks to that which is shifting from your outer reflected reality, knowing that's bringing in the new. Allow yourself to surrender to the will of your higher you. Allow yourself to be that beacon of love, of openness, not just for yourself, not to radiate love for yourself, but also for all those that you come across. Reminding yourself that all others deserve love because all others are you. For all beings expressed here are you. If you refrain from loving another, you are also refraining from loving an aspect of you. So if you want to be here in God realization, if you want to remember more of your power, and access more of your limited abilities. See the love in all others, in all things, through unconditionality. If you feel the calling to make certain action steps, then this will become clarified when you choose love. We are not saying for you to be complacent here. We are saying when you choose unconditional acceptance, when you choose love, your channel will become clear and the voice of your higher you will become strengthened, and you will know exactly what steps to take in love. Because you are choosing to explore your reality through the dimension of who you truly are, that is unconditional love. When you are willing to listen to the will of your higher you, to the voice of love, you create a ripple effect throughout all of the universe. You declare to all that is that you are ready for more, that you're ready to remember more of your power. And so you'll see more things manifested to you to help you on this journey. It is up to you. It is your choice. You have a choice to explore and create in love or in fear. But understand there is only one true truth of who you are, and that is unconditional love. Unconditional acceptance. Everything else are just different dimensions to assist you in your path here. But love is your compass. Raise your perception of self, and you will remember this for yourself. And it is with such love that we come through today to remind you of what you already know, but perhaps have forgotten. Until next time, farewell.